This is a story of conviction, courage, and hope.
Yes, her water just broke. So we're on the way to the hospital. Ah!
See how perseverance in the face of devastating loss and pain led to a loving family. Next on Adoption Stories.
For me, being young and being a woman, I just wanted to have a baby.
This adoption story begins as a friendship that led to love, marriage, and finally a family. Brian and Jessica met in Southeastern College in Lakeland, Florida, and their relationship was harmonious from the very beginning.
We met in the choir. Brian led the choir, and I was in the choir. So started out our relationship as friends, and then it led to something more.
The two dated throughout college. After graduation, they moved to Jacksonville, Florida, and had their hearts set on starting a family.
We began thinking about having children maybe a year or so after we got married, and began trying to conceive, and it was not happening.
Soon they began exploring adoption, an option they had discussed early on.
Before we even started dating, we were talking about adoption. It's always been in our heart, both of us.
We knew we always wanted to adopt and have children naturally.
Right.
So we just thought maybe we should go the adoption route first and then have children naturally later.
They made inquiries at the Jacksonville church, where Brian works as a youth minister. A short time later, they were introduced to Glenda Carr and Bundle of Hope Ministries. Glenda is an adopted mother herself and runs a small agency that deals primarily with interracial adoptions.
My heart definitely is for the children that are harder to place. It doesn't matter the skin color of these kids. Do you have love to offer? Because that's what they're needing. They need love. Love overcomes everything.
Glenda's agency seemed to be a perfect match for the couple. Growing up in Africa, Jessica always dreamed of adopting a baby of African descent.
My parents were missionaries, so I was used to being the minority. All of my friends were Black, they're African, and so I was very comfortable around people of other races.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Glenda knew that Brian and Jessica would be excellent parents and set out to find a birth mother who would feel the same.
When I go to look for families for these children, the biggest thing that I'm looking for personally is to make sure that they're going to instill good morals into the children. Brian and Jessica definitely has that. They're very charismatic, they're very loving. I couldn't offer a better family.
Despite Glenda's enthusiasm, Brian and Jessica prepared themselves for a long wait. But to their delight, good news came quickly.
Right away, we were matched with a birth mom who was having a biracial baby girl. And we were new to the adoption process, so we thought everything was going great.
After months of waiting and anticipating, the baby was born. Brian and Jessica looked forward to becoming parents of a lovely little girl. Then came a crushing blow. The very day Brian and Jessica were to take their new daughter home, the birth mother changed her mind and decided to keep the child.
When we found out that she had changed her mind, it was devastating. We had prepared for her. We had told everyone about her. It didn't happen.
Saw the baby.
Fed the baby, changed the baby.
Right, and it was emotionally draining to have a baby not come home with you when you're already set to have her to come home.
The young couple was completely unprepared for the sudden and shattering news.
I grieved for months over it because I felt like I had a baby who had died because I had put so much of my emotion and my heart into it. I didn't understand the possibility of her changing her mind was real.
In Florida, birth moms have the right to change their minds up to 48 hours after the birth. Brian and Jessica strengthened their resolve and decided to start over. In a matter of months, they became proud parents to a biracial boy they named Isaac.
Ready?
Ready.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go on this walk on this ladder thing.
Isaac's adoption was such a positive adoption. The birth mom was very open to talking with us and asked me to be in the delivery room for his birth. I was the first one to hold him, did all of his feedings in the hospital. It was very positive.
Brian and Jessica were overjoyed to become first-time parents and thrilled to give their little boy a stable home with two loving parents. Eager to give Isaac a little brother or sister, Brian and Jessica continued their efforts to conceive a child on their own. Months went by, still no luck. As they searched for answers, it became tragically clear that the pregnancy they were hoping for would never happen.
Isaac was about 8 months old. I had a laparoscopy, and they found out that I had level 4 endometriosis, that my tubes were 98% blocked.
To slow the growth of endometrial cysts, doctors suggested a series of special shots. But even with those treatments, Jessica's medical problems not only persisted, they got worse.
And within 1 month of getting off of those shots, I had another huge cyst on one of my ovaries. And at that point, I just decided that it would be better for all of us if I went ahead and had the hysterectomy. And so I did have a complete hysterectomy.
For Jessica, it was an agonizing decision, but in the end, a big relief.
I'm not in pain anymore, and I can be a good mom and a good wife and can keep going to work and enjoy doing the things that I like to do.
Still desperately wanting a second child, Brian and Jessica once again turned to adoption.
It's been hard fighting back the feelings of that first adoption with uncertainties,
Right.
what ifs, what ifs, what ifs.
Excited at the prospect of growing their family, Brian and Jessica started the process of adopting a second little boy.
We knew right away that we wanted to have another boy, that Isaac, we'd like to have 2 little boys, Isaac to have a brother.
Once again, they turned to Glenda Carr, their friend and facilitator at Bundle of Hope Ministries. Brian and Jessica requested an infant, filed the necessary paperwork, and waited for word. Within a matter of weeks, a young woman in her second trimester contacted Glenda in hopes of finding a good home for her unborn baby.
The birth mother contacted Glenda when she was nearly 5 months pregnant, and Glenda automatically contacted us and said, "This is going to be a great match. I know you guys will be perfect. I'd love for you to meet her."
A meeting was arranged. Brian and Jessica spoke with the birth mother face to face, and many of their concerns were quickly laid to rest.
Automatically, we fell in love with her. She was just amazing. She's beautiful. Right. She's very well spoken, very genuine, very honest. Those are the qualities that I was looking for in another
Right.
birth mom, because, I want someone that was going to be honest with us, and she seemed like she was very forthcoming.
Basically, you have to get the birth mother to trust you because she's given away a precious gift. She's carrying this baby for 9 months. So we want to build a relationship to where she trusts us to take care of this baby. She trusts us to always care for this baby the way she would want this baby to be cared for.
Mm-hmm.
Since a birth mother in Florida can change her mind up to 48 hours after having her baby, Brian and Jessica will be on their guard until everything is finalized and in writing.
So we feel comfortable that she knows what we're about. We know why she's making her decision. And she's been very open about her feelings about the adoption, her feelings about the birth father. And it makes you feel, when there's honesty, you feel more comfortable. And I think that was the biggest thing that we learned from the first adoption that fell through. There wasn't a lot of honesty. There wasn't a lot of open communication. It was a lot of secrecy. And that's never a good sign.
For months, they have been preparing their Jacksonville home for their new arrival. Luckily, most of the baby essentials are already on hand from their first child, Isaac.
In order to prepare for Gabe, we really didn't have to do too much because Isaac's only 2.5 and he was a boy, so we just got out some of the old things that Isaac used, and his crib and swing and high chair and baby carrier and all that kind of stuff. everything's set. We're ready to go as soon as he gets here.
By the end of the week, little Isaac could have a new baby brother.
What is this?
Baby butter.
Petey butter. What is this, his bottle? Bottle. That's Petey butter's bottle. Isaac is very excited about his new brother. He's so funny because several months ago when he started praying at night, he kept praying. Brian would say, God bless who? And he would say, Mommy and Daddy. And then he would say, Petey butter. And I would say, no, Isaac, we don't pray for peanut butter. I don't know what you're talking about. And he would say, no, Mommy, Petey butter. I said, no, we don't pray for peanut butter. And he was insistent. So I said, okay, God bless the peanut butter. And I'd say, what in the world are we praying for? And then a couple weeks later, we were in the car and we said, Isaac, what's your baby brother's name? And he said, Petey butter. So that's what he calls him. Isaac made this for him. Petey butter, it says Petey butter. Petey butter. At that Build-A-Bear place. So this is Gabe's bear. I am so excited, I'm nervous, I'm ready for it. I've been ready for a couple weeks now and just ready for it to go over with and just anxious about, getting the phone call or being there at the hospital and the whole delivery process, just praying that everything goes smooth and that she has a good, easy delivery. But we're ready, I'm ready.
Then a surprise. Brian and Jessica get word that the birth mother is going into labor 2 days ahead of schedule.
Okay, Brian, we gotta go because the baby's coming and we can get the bag. Is the camcorder ready, Brian?
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening right now because I thought we were gonna have a baby in 2 days. Not now, not today, but we're excited, we're ready. Now, my other son, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Isaac. His grandparents are missing in action. The day that we thought that we'd count on him being safe, his grandparents are missing. We can't find them, my cousin can't keep him, so someone will get Isaac later on. He's 2.5, you're on your own, kid. And we're going to go get a baby, having a baby.
For more than 4 months, Brian and Jessica have been looking forward to the adoption of their second child. Now their special delivery is about to arrive 2 days ahead of schedule.
Her water just broke, so they just called us, so we're on the way to the hospital. So I'm gonna call Jean. If Isaac's gonna be too much for you, I'll have Jean come get him. Okay, so I'm gonna call Jean and have her come get him from you, but her water just broke, so we're on the way to the hospital. Ah!
Yeah, she was just that call. It's happening, baby. It's happening.
Hi. Guess where I am? Yes, I'm on the way to the hospital. Yay! Her water just broke like a half an hour ago, so we're on the way. We're on the way! Woo! I know. So call everybody down there and have them praying, okay? Okay.
Brian and Jessica arrive at Jacksonville Memorial Hospital. They're taken to the waiting and delivery rooms. The birth mother is in labor, but the process is off to a slow start. As they wait for news, Brian and Jessica stay in constant communication with family and friends.
I'm okay. Trying to stay calm, I'm nervous.
The couple has been invited to watch the birth. It will be Brian's first delivery room experience.
This is totally new for me.
Yeah, we're excited. We're just got everyone praying that everything goes smooth and safe delivery and that she's healthy and he's healthy and everything is gonna go good. That's right, we're ready. We're ready.
5 hours go by and the labor continues to proceed slowly. Jessica checks in regularly with little Isaac, who is with his grandparents.
Hi, baby, how are you? I love you. You're in the bath. Did you play at Grandma's house today? Yes. Were you a good boy?
Another 2 hours drag by when Brian receives news from the delivery room.
What she was saying was the 3 centimeters that she was at, that she's been this way for almost 12 hours.
Still no
If she
change.
continues
If
this
something
way-
doesn't happen soon, doctors will look for new ways to move the birth along.
Jessica.
Jessica is asking for drugs. So she needs to be up on the bed about right now. So she actually, the birth mother looks better than the adopted mother at this point, yes.
Oh,
We're getting
I need to go
confused
back
here.
in there.
You might ought to get back in there and see about your woman.
Yeah.
Baby's fine, baby's heart rate is great, and mommy's doing fine. A little bit of a pain, but we're controlling it with the medication. So she's doing fine, baby's doing fine.
They have been in the hospital for nearly 12 hours now. And at last, Brian, Jessica, and the birth mother move into the home stretch.
The latest update is it is 10 till 12. I'm talking midnight. And we are tired. And she is 6 centimeters dilated. Hallelujah, it's happening.
Finally, at 1 a.m., the moment everyone has been waiting for. Brian, Jessica, and a healthy baby boy emerge from the birthing room. In a white cap and matching blanket, little Gabriel James makes his first public appearance.
My baby. You did good.
Relatives get a preliminary progress report with word of a happy baby boy.
He hasn't gone to the nursery yet, but they're guessing 6.5 pounds. He is pink. Looks like a baby. He is beautiful.
That's so sweet.
It is. You know you're born on your uncle's birthday? What a nice birthday present.
Being in the birthing room was a totally new experience. And I didn't know what to expect except for just, a lot of maybe yelling, screaming, but it was very calm compared to what I've heard and seen. And then when the birthing started happening, being able to, see Gabe come out, I was like, wow. And then being able to cut the umbilical cord was a big joy. I'll never forget that. I think it was a bond that Gabriel and I will always have.
Gabriel is weighed and measured, and after posing for a few pictures, he is tucked in for a good night's sleep. Brian and Jessica return the following morning, remaining anxious and guarded until the consent forms are signed and the adoption is official. Then the words they have been waiting for.
The destiny of Gabe's life has just now changed.
Three years to the day that a previous adoption fell through, Brian and Jessica take home their son.
We look at adoption more than just enlarging our family, but we look at it as our destiny.
It's been 2 weeks since Brian and Jessica have brought Gabriel home.
We're almost done.
Suddenly, these parents find themselves in the throes of a hectic routine based around diaper changes, formulas, and midnight feedings.
Having a newborn is like starting all over again. The biggest adjustment that we've had to make is sleep. We are trying to remember everything that we did with Isaac, and all the feeding and the diapers and the burping was a big thing, trying to remember that, but we've gotten it. After a few days, it just came back and seems pretty natural again.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That was a good one, Peanut. That was a good one, Peanut.
At just 14 days old, little Gabriel is a big hit with both friends and family.
Everyone just is in love with him. We've sent out emails and pictures, and everyone just is in love with him. So, and that's been, you know, really amazing for us.
For 2-year-old Isaac, the new addition means being a big brother and sharing the spotlight.
Isaac, what are you doing up there?
Isaac really loves Gabe. He hasn't been jealous of him. He's been really great with him, and he likes to hold him, and he's helped feed him a few times. He likes to be a part of it.
God our Father, once again, thank you for our blessing, amen, amen.
With disappointing adoption memories and painful medical problems behind them, Brian and Jessica finally have the 2 boys they always dreamed of and look forward to the happy years ahead.
For me, it's just dreaming of the future, of playing ball with the boys and running with the boys and just having fun. I'm getting that with Isaac right now, so I just can't wait until both of them are there. But 2 boys I love.
For 2 little boys, adoption is a life transformed, a loving home, parents, and a promising future. For Brian and Jessica, adoption is all of those things and so much more.